Greetings, my friends. It's your friendly neighborhood PhD, Judd Burton, coming to you with another Beyond report on this June the 15th, 2021, Tuesday. As always, if you like the content, click a like, subscribe, and share. Now, the first thing is probably you're wondering why am I shooting this in the day? Are used to just seeing my face with a dark background and sort of a Kryptonian elder of the 1978 Superman style. But I wanted you to see my new apparel. My good friends at Blurry Creatures, Nate and Luke, sent me this. And if you haven't subscribed to the Blurry Creatures podcast or listened to it, you need to start doing it because these guys really do a bang up job. I've been a guest on there a number of times, and I have thoroughly enjoyed the exchange that we've had. And I noted with some interest that my friend and colleague and peer, Dr. Mike Heiser, took a shot with his t-shirt on it, and so I thought that I'd better do the same. So, eat your heart out, Mike. Uh, but yeah, tune in to Blurry Creatures. It's very much worth it. Always interesting topics, um, fringe biblical material, the cryptid stuff. It's really interesting. They really do a fantastic job. So kudos, Nate and Luke, and thank you for the amazing T-shirt. I'd also like to um, wish my mother a heavenly birthday. Many of you will know that she passed away this past year, and she would have been 73 years old. Um, just an amazing person, and I really do miss her. But I'm also encouraged by her testimony and by the fact that she so believed in the idea of the Institute of Biblical Anthropology, um, and just really wanted it to take off. And so I'm amongst many reasons. That's why I do this. But again, happy birthday, Mom. Miss you. Love you. Also had a couple of bits of news today. One has to do with an interesting article that I found on the fate of the ethnicity known as the Canaanites, which is kind of broadly defined term in the Bible. The generally people of Phoenician ethnic and cultural descent living in Canaan. And so one of the big questions for historians has been what happened to the Canaanite people. And there's been an interesting DNA study done on a necropolis in Sidon, which was in the Phoenician heartland. And long story short, the basic conclusions that were reached is that most of the people in Lebanon are descended from the population in Greater Phoenicia, and so it's sort of like the Anasazi question. You know, I mean the sort of popular New Age solution to that issue is, well, they disappeared or the aliens came and got them or something like that. But if you talk to First Nations people now in the Four Corners regions, like the Hopi and the Zuni or the Yakima, they'll tell you that, the Anasazi, all of them didn't go anywhere. Some of them, were displaced and probably went to other places like the Texas Panhandle, but these later Puebloan tribes like the Zuni and the Hopi and the Yakima are descended from the Anasazi, and so they would and still do say to this day that the Anasazi are still here. It's us, and so it's very similar um, to not the demise, but the fate of the Canaanite people. The truth is that they're still around. We just call them by different national and ethnic names. So I'll put a link in the description of that. Very interesting. Another big announcement is that the Rise conference that Tom Horn is putting on premieres this Friday. It's going to be fantastic. Lots of great speakers, including Tom, the Gilberts. Um, I'll be speaking, Josh Peck, lots of great speakers. And I'll put a link in the description to that as well. Um, my my particular talk will be on Göbekli Tepe and the forthcoming book that Dr. Aaron Judkins and I are have written and will be put out by Defender Publishing. So I invite you and encourage you to tune into that. Now I've also got some sales going on this week. If you've kept up with my news feed on Facebook, you know that books are 15% off this week through Friday. Also have a couple of course specials. All the certifications, biblical anthropology, biblical demonology, preternatural morphology, aka Monsters 101 from the biblical perspective. All of those are $150 this week. Plus, you get a free ebook if you sign up. It'll be one of the pertinent texts for that course or for that program rather. And New Testament Greek is also $250 this week. So there's some good specials for if you want to up your game in biblical studies. And some of the things going on. I also like to give a shout out to everybody that's been tuning in to Antiquity X. I posted a new episode on the connection between the Watchers and witchcraft and got some really good quick response to that. And so, like I said, I'm going to try and be more diligent in putting those together on a weekly or at least a bi-monthly basis, which will leave me some more time to do some writing. So again, thanks for tuning in to Antiquity X. Those are a lot of fun to do. But for now, I will bid you adieu. Have a good day, a good week. Be in prayer. We live in interesting times. And Godspeed to you all. I'll see you soon.